We're entering the Carabelle River on a very misty, foggy day. And we're going to be here for, it seems to be a while. We thought just a couple days, but now we're looking at a week due to a weather window to cross the Gulf. Okay, I'm digging the sign. Fathom's Steam Room and Raw Bar. So are you raw in the steam room? Or are you steamy in the raw bar? We're heading in the Carabelle River, and our marina will be right up there, the moorings at Carabelle. And this is where we're kind of hunkering down until a good weather window to cross the Gulf, our big night crossing. And we thought it was going to be just a couple days, and we've been watching the weather and all the good kind of charts and websites and links, and we're finding out it might be a week to a week and a half here in Carabelle. And that's okay, because we'll be able to get a lot of things done on the boat. Some maintenance and some cleaning. Yay! Key West, 465 miles. Tarpon Springs, 145. Disney World. Cash. Flipper prints on the sidewalk. Apparently this is a thing down here. A few of these boats have these wraps. Look at this. That's incredible. Here's another one. This one's awesome. Fog is rolling in. We're here in Carrabelle, Florida, in the Panhandle. It's called the Forgotten Coast. The Forgotten Coast because all the other coasts have all the white beaches and sands, and this is more of a fishing community up in the Panhandle. The Forgotten Coast is fabulous. This is more of a staging area for loopers, where they start to wait for a weather window, much like we are, to cross the Gulf. Now you're either going to do the big cross from Carabelle all the way to Tarpon Springs or Clearwater, or you're going to do the bend where you're going to go to Steinhatchee and around the big bend of Florida along the coastline. So this is the staging area here in Carabelle. We're here for a few days. We'll be doing some shopping and some laundry and some walking. So we're having a nice day here in Florida. Here is downtown Carabelle. There's a mercantile and a florist. Of course, everything's right by the water. Got marine stores and hardware stores and a wonderful restaurant called Harry's Bar, which also packaged liquor. And there's a couple art galleries, lots of restaurants, and many things to look at and have fun with here in Carabelle. We're inside Harry's. Cute little vibe in here. It's still early morning. We're gonna come back for dinner. But look how they serve things, right? In a bucket and the picnic tables. Just walked into another little diner, like a 50s diner with like 1950s sandwiches and beverages. It's really cool. And Captain Dan waiting for his ice cream. Sure, it's going to be butter pecan. Any bets? I just happened upon, right here in Carabelle, Florida, the Forgotten Coast, the world's smallest police station. The story of this police station, let's go check it out. Oh my goodness. It's basically a phone booth. And what this phone booth represents, it truly was a police station. So in the 1940s, they had day watch here, and they had 2 police officers that would watch Carabelle. But of course, there was no cell phones or phones that you can just travel with or any type of mobile phone. So they used a payphone that was attached to a building. Well, what ended up happening is they'd have to go in there, they'd call the police station, or they'd hear it ring and they'd run over there or whatever. But people in the town started using it, making prank calls or long distance calls from what they called the police phone. So they actually started to make I don't know if any of you even remember these. It's an old phone booth. So when you go into the phone booth, they actually have the phone in there, and that would start, they'd be able to make their calls and get calls, and they would be able to park right here in this parking lot and do their paperwork as they waited for more phone calls. But again, people started using it to make calls and pranking. So they took that out, and you were only going to have incoming calls and not outgoing calls. But what's really cool about this place, there was a person called Sarah Purcell on a show called Real People. She was driving through here with her dad and saw this, and she dubbed it world's smallest police station. Well, of course, this caught on, and the police chief was actually interviewed with Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show, and it's been on many other shows, and that's incredible, right? So here we are, world's smallest police station, right here in Carabelle, Florida. Who knew? All right, we are currently in Carrabelle, Florida, in the panhandle of Florida. And once we're here, this is a staging area for mini loopers. We have a couple choices here. We can go across right here on the little bend, and it goes into Steinhatchee, and then you make some little hops to get down into the Clearwater and Tampa Bay area. Or you can do this big crossing, and you can either choose on a faster boat to go during the day. Now, we have a faster boat, and we could do this crossing. Or you could do this big crossing at night and go slower. And we have chosen to do this one, starting in Carabelle, Florida, going to the big crossing overnight for about 20 hours or so, and ending in Clearwater Beach Marina. We've chosen this because our friends are going, and we'll all go together on almost a full moon night. Okay, today is the big day. We are crossing the Gulf of Mexico. It'll be a 19 to 20 hour trip. We all slept well, took a little nap this morning, got everything stowed. We're leaving with at least 7 boats. Viva La Vida, Water Witch, and Island Wanderer are the 3 we're traveling with the most. As you can see, there is a line of boats there. We have 5 in front of us. We have 2 behind us, so we make 8 at this point. Once we get out there, it'll kind of, some will go a little faster, some will go a little slower. We will do an overnight crossing. It's supposed to be a full moon, and it's supposed to be flat and windless. Keep your fingers crossed on that. We're very excited. So here we go across the Gulf of Mexico. We'll be entering Clearwater Beach at 10 tomorrow morning, on Monday morning. Be thinking of us. This is so awesome. As we leave the mainland here, we are about to enter St. George Sound, and out in the distance is Dog Island. We're going to cut between a couple islands there, I believe Dog Island and St. George Island, and then we'll be out in the Gulf of Mexico. A little flutter of the flags of our birdies. There they are, dolphins! Good sign when we see dolphins. Okay, that was one. As you can see, we are starting to bend to the starboard side. There's our little flotilla. We'll be heading between those 2 islands there. It is a very overcast day, but it is warm, and it is flat, and that's the most important thing. Flat, like a pancake. Dog Island, and this will be the very last piece of land we will see this close till we get to Clearwater Beach on the other side of the Gulf of Mexico. Goodbye, land! Hello, open waters! Here we go! Oh, it's magical! We are now in open water. We just left land. There's the last bit of land right there that we're going to see for the next 20 hours or so. We're heading to Clearwater Beach. There's a flotilla of about 13, 14 boats. We're going to be breaking off in little speed groups. Some are going 7, some are going 8, some are going 9 miles per hour. We're in the 9 mile per hour group. So this is going to be a very exciting adventure, journey. We're thrilled. It's going to be actually magical. The dolphins are jumping and greeting us into the Gulf like crazy. We're riding inside just because it's going to be getting dark soon. It's around 5-ish.
And it's raining.
It is started to
Light rain.
Like a misty rain. But the waters are flat. The winds are very calm. It's really bizarre because like everything kind of blends. The horizon and the sky almost blend. But as you can see, it's super duper flat. So I sit on my little booster seat so I can see up above. I got my binoculars. I've got my games. I've got my puzzles. If we want, we can do some cooking. It's running the generator, the microwave here as well. So we'll be cooking dinner later on, doing dishes. Everything's nice and clean. And this is what it looks like when we're underway. We're crossing the Gulf with about 13 or 14 other boats heading to Clearwater Beach.
Right, we're going to break up into different, smaller groups though, as different people run different speeds. Some go to Clearwater, some are going to Tarpon Springs.
So we've been out maybe about an hour, and we only have about how many more hours to go?
About 18, 19.
18, 19 more hours, so this is an overnight crossing of the Gulf of Mexico. This is so exciting. All right, you got this, Captain.
Yep.
So does First Mate Robin. Off we go. Is just set. It is getting dark. A little bit of sun out to the west. If I come here, you might be able to see that little white light. That's Island Wanderer. That's their running lights and anchor light. They're leading the way. How you doing, Captain Dan?
Okay.
It's about 6:15. And we are ready to make dinner. Keeping it simple here for dinner, a little egg salad for Dan. I'll be cooking here, or preparing I should say. Delish. Okay, the sun is set. Captain Dan is eating dinner. And here I am at the wheel. It's pretty quiet. Got autopilot on, it's kind of easy. Just following our compass and our charts and our navionics and our radar, and we're all good. How's dinner, Captain Dan?
Very good.
Good. Glad you like it. It's 4:45 in the morning, and Dan and I have been up all night so far, taking turns. He's doing most of the driving. I'm the relief driver. The moon has been gigantic in the sky, and we've seen lots of stars after the overcast we had at the beginning of our trip. So we're just hanging out. I'm playing games and watching, downloaded some movies on Netflix, and Dan's listening to some music, and we're just having a grand old time. And it's been a really beautiful cross. Probably have, let's see, I said it's 4:45. We probably have at least 4 more hours to go. And we're getting closer to Clearwater Beach. It's now 6:30 in the morning. And as we head east, look what's happening. It's absolutely beautiful. I love this. It doesn't look real. It's just for us. Like you can almost touch it. Now we need a dolphin to jump up. Right in my shot. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I see the loons. Welcome, December 5th. All right, Clearwater Beach. We've been up for about 27 hours, maybe 28. Drove right through all night. We both need to sleep. We're going into our marina shortly. We are in the harbor of Clearwater Beach, and we're heading to our marina. I believe it's right there. We'll be here for a couple nights.